Well, would you look at that? G'day, guys. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, and welcome to the AFC North Rundown. Man. G'day, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Look, I did this last year. I did the AFC North Rundown last year. Had a lot of fun. We're going to talk about all the teams in the AFC North and look at the standings. And although also in week one, the Steelers are already winning. Isn't that crazy? After a crazy week and a crazy game, the Steelers are coming first, and that's because they beat the Cincinnati Bengals in the division. The Ravens won, the Browns won, and the Bengals lost. We'll talk about all those games. But there you go. The Pittsburgh Steelers are sitting pretty right on top first where they should be. Not including myself. I didn't see that happening. Like I want the Steelers to win every single day, but I didn't see that happening. I wouldn't think the Steelers would be leading it, but that's how it works. So we all know what happened in week one. It was Steelers snuck away 23-20. The Bengals botched 2 field goals and had 2 chances to win, and they lost. All that hype, and it went down the drain. I did have a comment before on one of the posts I put out the other day, and I believe it was from Michael O'Malley. So forgive me if I'm wrong. I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was something along the lines of, how come when the Steelers lose, there's not as much attention around that, but when the Bengals lose, it's all, quiet. But when the Bengals start winning, all you hear is their chirping heads all the time. I can't answer that. I don't know why they're like that. The Bengals have had such recent success, and they got chopped down, man. They got chopped in half by Alex Highsmith in 3 sacks. So that's awesome. Also in week one, we saw the Baltimore Ravens take care of the New York Jets. It was Joe Flacco going back home. Sorry, Joe Flacco in New York it was. So versing his old team. I'll read off a few stats there, what I saw in this game. Actually, I'm watching the game right now on my telly right now. Lamar Jackson went 17-13, 213, 7.3 touchdowns and 1 interception, 2 sacks. Joe Flacco went 37 for 59, 309 yards. You can't win a game by throwing 59 passes. It's not going to happen. QBR of 15, sacks 3. So the battle of the quarterback there, Joe Flacco threw too many times and the game was done. The other game we saw this week in week one was the Browns versus the Panthers. Now, I did choose the Panthers to win because the Browns have no Deshaun Watson. They are playing Jacoby Brissett. But the Browns snuck away and won 26-24. And I think with his stats as well, I think it was with I think Nick Chubb had a big game. Nick Chubb had about 140 yards on the day. And another key stat too for this game, right? The Panthers have now lost 8 in a row, right? So I think like many people, we thought that Baker Mayfield was going to come out hungry, crazy, and take care of the Browns because that was his former team. But the Browns got one over them, and that's why we have the Steelers, Ravens, and the Bengals all on one, and the old lonely loser Bungles on 0-1. Now, what's exciting now is it's only week one. It's week one. We have week 2 of football. It's so early in the process. You can't go to the playoffs with one win. But what's going to happen this week? In week 2, we have some pretty big games too. Some pretty big games. Also, side note, see those times there? That's when I have to get up and watch football. So my 3 a.m. is your 1 p.m., I think, on the East Coast. So one big game here is Miami versus Baltimore, but we'll get to that. First of all, we have New York Jets, Jets, Jets. I still think Zach Wilson is out, so we might see Joe Flacco. What a game! Joe Flacco versus Jacoby Brissett in Cleveland. I actually think this might be a 50-50 game, depending if the Browns can run the ball, they'll be fine. If Nick Chubb goes off again, they should have this game. Jets can't score points. I think the Cleveland Browns will win this game. I think they're going to win. Now, New England versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, I want the Steelers to win 100%. Although, guys, I'm not going to break down this game just yet. I might wait another day before I jump into the New England Patriots versus Steelers. But I think the Steelers are going to win. Let's put it that way. Miami versus Baltimore. What's going to happen? Well, there's a big there's a big ask of Tua last week. He went crazy and beat the Pats. So, but you have Lamar Jackson, and yes, he's not like the most pinpoint accurate quarterback, but that's what the offense is. They're a running offense. They use their tight ends. They throw short passes. This game should be pretty exciting, to be honest. Miami versus Baltimore. I'm going to take Miami, I guess, maybe. But at Baltimore, I can see Baltimore, winning by maybe a field goal with Tucker's leg, of course. But let's go Miami just for the fun of it. Now, the last game, Cincinnati versus Dallas. This one is quite intriguing too, because you're already, in a lot of these games, you haven't got starting quarterbacks. New York Jets haven't got a starting quarterback, and Dallas don't have Dak Prescott, right? We have Joe Burrow versus who? Who? Hoyer? Is it Hoyer? Was Bailey Zappi for the Dallas Cowboys? I'm picking Cincinnati at Dallas. I think Cincinnati bounces back and goes 1-1. They have to, right? If Cincinnati loses this game against Dallas without a quarterback, with no franchise quarterback in Dallas, then the Cincinnati Bengals, who won the AFC Championship game and went to the Super Bowl, who are now 0-3, will start the season off 0-2. That would be highly hilarious, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I've got the Cincinnati Bengals winning that game, and they're going to go 1-1. I have them Baltimore going 1-1, the Pittsburgh Steelers going 2-0, and also the Browns going 2-0. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. Who's going to win? Jets or Browns? New England or Steelers? Miami or Baltimore? Cincinnati or Dallas? So they're the 1 p.m. games and the 4 p.m. game for my 6:25 a.m. And that was the AFC North rundown. That's a lot of fun, man. That's a lot of fun. So I actually, you know what? I actually forgot about it. I forgot that I did this last year because I want to cover all the AFC North if I can. And I will be streaming games in the future if they are AFC North because they're fun to do. I don't think I'm going to do the other games. I won't be doing Chiefs versus Chargers on this channel. I don't think I will. But if there's a Baltimore versus Browns game, then for sure I'll put that on and we'll talk that. But it's some fun games, man, this week. Week 2, Jets versus Browns, New England versus Steelers, Miami versus Baltimore. That's probably the biggest one too. So while I'm waking up at 3 a.m., we have 2 games on. And later on in the day, Cincinnati Bengals get their redemption versus the quarterbackless. There's no quarterback in Dallas. There's no one there. There's Dak Prescott and there's no one else. So Cincy should get that win. Anyways, guys, leave your results or put your predictions in the comments below. I want to hear what you think from those 4 games. And as always, guys, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.